We were saved by the almighty Pororo-sama. Oh my god. Anyways, do we want to play some Spire? There's a cute anime girl, look. Look at how happy she is. Remember the speech. Yes, I do need to do the speech. Welcome everyone to Design the Spire, where we play mods and Slay the Spire, and see what's going on with them. How's their design? How do their cards fit together? Or maybe not the most concerned with being like, hey, this card is this other card, except like slightly better. Or this card is this other card, but slightly worse. Today we're playing an anime girl. Which anime girl mods, unfortunately, have the tendency of being bad. So I'm super excited to figure out how this mod is. All I know about Hifumi is that she is obsessed with Pororo. That's it. That's what I got. That's my understanding. You know, sometimes it's nice to live a simple life. So, at the start of the first combat, gain 75 gold, then choose and obtain 1 random Pororo goods. Interesting that they do not add the gold to the gold count. It is instead part of the relic. I wonder if the purpose of that is so that you can relic swap. So let's try it. Hey, look, it's an anime girl. Drawn in paint. Oh yeah, that would make sense too. It also dodges like lose all your gold, get a rare relic. That makes sense. Let's try getting gold. Or getting rid of our gold. That's what I meant to say. And we got the worst one. We got the shovel. Oh, they have a thing. Okay. The special Pororo goods has no effect on its own, but you can use the effect by using a card that uses the effect. Okay. Backpack. Deal 10 damage. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. Okay. I'm gonna say that usually, like, when AoE is good, it's quite good, so perhaps we'll put it over there. Select goods and use the effect. Okay. Cool. So gain 7 block, discard a card, collect 1. So, okay. We have a buyback. We can buy back the thing we just did. So we can do this again. And I suppose the idea would be that you do this so that you can use the goods and then you can buy it back and play it again, which this is a very simple, you draw both of them and then you just do the thing twice. Well, we drew the same stuff again. We literally drew both of it at the same time. So I guess we're just obliterating them with our goods. Uncollectible. Collect 3. That's a very interesting way to prevent you from infinite comboing. Okay, take X cards from your discard pile into your hand in the order in which they were discarded. When your discard pile is empty, draw cards equal to what is missing. So if you have nothing to do, then you at least draw cards. Buried. This card will not return from your discard pile to your draw pile, even if your draw pile is empty. Oh! So you can pick up these cards with the collect cards. This is so... wow, that's actually really interesting. So, like, I can add this to my deck, and I would still have a turnover rate of 2, like on the second reshuffle. Add 2 landmines into your discard pile. I'm assuming these happen after. Oh, and they're buried. Wow, this is really cool. Okay, so I guess the idea is we make resources in our discard, and then we collect them, and then we use them. That's really cool. So this is block, and then if you have the payoff, you deal damage. So let's take this one. This seems really good. So we gotta do that. So, okay. So my question, yeah, does this... yeah, so what does it take from... so... okay, and you pull from the bottom. Okay. Yeah, so the landmines are always going to be at the top. Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I kind of wonder what the repercussions of just playing buried cards a bunch of times is going to be. Start each combat with this card in your discard pile. So this is interesting. Like, having a card that's always, like... it starts in your discard pile. So this is always going to be the first one in your discard pile, so you can always at least collect this card. Let's try it. That seems cool. Yeah, so now what we can do is we can pick up that card. Oh, that makes so much sense, too. Again, pretty simple things, but, like, you know, the fact that this costs 2 means that you can always, like, organized into it. I guess the weird thing about this card is that it makes my first organized always get this card before reshuffle, which does kind of suck. Like, for example, if I wanted to lead on some other card, then, like, slow starter is what I would actually start with, which kind of sucks. Deal 6 damage, add 1, like, another card to your hand, I suppose. What does artillery do? If this card remains in your hand at the end of turn, activate its effect and discard it. Targets are chosen randomly. Oh, that's so interesting. This card doesn't exhaust. Yeah, I like how this interacts with collect. Because of that card that's like collect 3. So what you can do is you can like play this card. And then you can maybe like pick the card up again, but then play it for free because you picked it up with collect. So that makes a lot of sense. Can only be used on turns in which an attack card is not used. Gain 8 block. You cannot use attack cards this turn. So how does this interact with artillery? Can I motorcycle cover and then pick up artillery cards and then the artillery cards go for free? That's like interesting if that's how that works. I'm gonna pick this one because it's very build around-y. Well, what the f is this? This card was never used during this combat. Cost is permanently reduced by 1. Or if it was used, cost becomes 3 the next combat. What? So what, this is a card you like discard to organized and then you use it later? That's so weird. Very slow wind-up punch. I think the idea of this card is cute, because the idea, I guess, is you can discard it and then just like not use it for a number of fights and then go like BAM! and then punch them. But I don't know if I would ever pick it. It does look like she's punching Knob. So maybe the idea is that this character struggles with Knob. Deal 11 damage if transformed or removed from your deck. Add a random friend card to your deck. What the f are all of these? The holy hand grenade. So you're supposed to draft it and then sell it? Is that the point? I'm kind of curious why it interacts with selling it. Oh, this is a multi-hit card, so we need to play it right now. What? Deal 17 damage. If fatal, add grave to 1 card in your deck after combat. Why? Wait, why? Normally, the fatal cards are supposed to be stacking. So is the point to, like, grave a bunch of your cards? Oh, you could grave all of your strikes and then just not draw them on your first reshuffle. That's so weird. Very interesting card. I don't really know how I would use it, but it's neat. The collector payoff card seems pretty simple and good. Okay. I was really hoping we would draw the goods card, because that'd be quite good there. Apply weak equal to unblocked damage. What the fuck? What? That's cool. This is a cool idea. This card isn't, like, super focused on what the character is doing. Applying 6 weak seems really good for a common, so I will say that. The thing that's cool about these cards, characters probably want to have some kind of way to apply weak, you know what I mean? Like, that's a tool that characters probably need in order to, like, function. So totally fair for this card to exist. 3 to 6 is probably a bit much. These are all good cards. I'm gonna take the cantrip. Oh wait, does this work? Yo, we popped off! What the? Yo, we go crazy. Deal 5 damage 5 times. Deals additional damage equal to the number of other friend cards in your deck. Unfortunately, this card is not good. No! I don't have any friends, guys. This doesn't work. This mod's kind of cooking. It's got some good ideas in it, I think. I don't know if I want to do this. Oh, their aggression is so much lower than normal. Okay, let's try it again. What do I want to do? What is this? This can be exchanged for 2 random common Pororo goods at the Pororo shop. Cannot be upgraded. So am I supposed to be going to the shop? Is the shop actually the Pororo shop? I guess there's like an understandability thing. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the Pororo shop is. Guys, we can roll for the things. How do I suppose this is this one? What the f is this? Okay, so I can combine the mitts and this into a Pororosaurus. Don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna leave it as it is. Boop. Wait, what? Oh! Oh, I choose which one. Oh, that's... Okay, I understand now. Okay. This all makes sense to me now. So now we have options. So now we can do whatever we think is good. That's cool. Okay, so we want to upgrade our... We need to go to a shop again. I'm realizing that the shop is very important. Block 3, collect 1. Upgrade the collected cards. Now that's kind of neat. It's armaments, but it's also their backflip copy, which is why it blocks for so little. Blarmaments, yeah. Seems really good. I feel like there is a concern. I am concerned. We already discussed this at the time. Oh, that's a skill. Oh, that's probably not good. Friend Artillery. Uncollectible. Deal 11 damage. This card's artillery effect also activates in your discard. What? You just deal 11 damage every turn? That's so cool. It also has a marker. That's good. Bonk. And we're gonna pass the turn again. Bonk. That's awesome. Is that an actual factual f***ing siege tank from StarCraft? They just like raw put a siege tank here? That's what they did. That's so funny. So you do it once, and then it has artillery for the rest of the thing. That's kind of cool. So this is one we want to reshuffle. Okay, let's do that one. Oh my god, that's so gas. Wait, this is so gas. And then we're gonna pick it up, and then we can leave it in our hand. And it's gonna go... Yo! That's so cool. This is what I'm thinking, right? What this mod is doing is that it has a unique way of drawing cards, which is collecting. The cool thing is that you think, oh, what verbs overlap with that? So cards which do something different the second time you use them, that works. Right? Now collect is a little weird because you draw from the bottom of your discard, so like you don't have the most control. But if you can get the synergy off, it's pretty strong. Additionally, there's a problem with drawing cards, which is that you don't have the energy to play all of the cards. So usually when you draw cards, like a character like Defect, for example, is able to produce a lot of energy, so they can draw a lot of cards and then produce energy and then play those cards. Siege Mode has artillery, so if you get the wombo combo of playing this and putting it back in your hand, then you don't need to pay the cost again to play it again. There's a specific way you need to utilize this energy. That's like the gameplay. They're telling you, like, interact with this mini game of, like, collecting and stuff, and then your artillery will play automatically, which I think is very interesting. Got a good feel to it. There's a collect pop-up. I didn't notice that until now. Big fan of the indicators in this mod. Yeah, they do a good job of actually having symbols and stuff, which is great. They're also in places where you assume they would be. So, like, the collect pop-up shows up where your discard is. Born 2 times. Retain. That's kind of cool. That's a really cool upgrade, because these are choice selects. So if you want to keep it in your hand for, like, an opportune time, you can also keep it in your hand so that it's the first card in your discard if you don't have any other buried cards, so that's really cool. And this does something that, like, I really appreciate, which is that the base deck cards matter. This is the unique effect that's just in the base deck, and you want to play it a lot. Also, as I was explaining, like, oh, what is Hifumi's personality? So I liked how the base deck lets you do this, where if you draw this as your first card or in your first hand, you play it. If you draw both of these, then you play both of them. Or if that doesn't happen, then that's too bad. But you're kind of hoping to draw this one first so that you can play it again, probably, because it'll be slightly stronger than your other cards in your deck. It's very cool. Alright, so now that I know how the thing works, I want to do this. And then I need a mittens. So let's Gamba. Fuck. Gamba. I guess we can get one of these. So I don't exactly know how this works, but we'll find out. It's perhaps a bit unfortunate that the whole goods system just supports this one card, but hey, maybe there are other goods cards at uncommon or higher. Yeah, there might be. There was a goods potion. I know that there was that, at least. Holy... Wait, that was the first card we played, right? Oh, hell yeah. Let's, Oh, we don't... No. We don't have a collect. It'd be so good here. Okay, what do I want to do? This one? What does this do? Incredible, dude. Amazing. Artillery! Yeah. What if I just, like, had a bunch of siege modes? We're also looking for, like, a collect card. A collect card would be nice. Man, I'm about to get whacked. Oh my god, I just realized. I knew that that's what this did, but I was like, oh, I can, like, really manipulate what the bottom card is. We have an opportunity to do this. Put the thing back in our hand. Let's get organized, and then let's pick up our siege mode. Damn. I mean, like, this seems really strong. Just, like, collecting and putting artillery in your hand, and then getting block. Like, that seems pretty good. Also, just playing around with buried and artillery synergies looks really cool. Yeah, so here we, like, don't need to play anything. Yeah, the weird thing about artillery is that if we don't have anything to spend our mana on, which we probably will, but assuming we don't have anything to spend our mana on, it's just kind of, like, awkward that you draw the cards and then don't really want to play them. Okay, Ordinary. Retain. Select up to 5 cards from your discard pile and make them uncollectible and buried. What? Add 5 Pororo the Forbidden One cards into your discard pile. Whenever you draw a Forbidden card, gain 8 block. What the f? If you have all Forbidden cards, exhaust them all, then deal 50 damage to all enemies and draw 5 cards. So ridiculous. The thing is, like, I wonder if, like, 5 is too many. I guess the idea is that, like, you can randomly draw a card and then you randomly get 8 block. It's more similar to Miracle. I guess the other thing to note is that giving stuff block, right? It inherently gives you more time, which is usually why I might say something like a card or mechanism that doesn't advance the game forward but only gives you, like, a lot of block is kind of not the best, because, like, Slay the Spire is a rather aggressive game that, like, the timers are very aggressive, so they want to kill you. Or the amount of block that you get is, like, you could never possibly die. So the interesting thing about this card is what I'm saying, is that this is kind of cool because you need time to activate the mechanism, but it doesn't seem like it's giving you infinite value. It's just giving you some nice value, stave some blows while you're drawing in order to do the thing. I kind of want to do this one, because it's like removals, but also we want to synergize it with this. So let's try that. Runic Pyramid. Everything has retain. Yeah, I think we're gonna take Runic Pyramid. I mean, honestly, I just like collecting stuff. It's just, I just like going, oh, what's the thing that I get here? I just like enjoy doing that. Okay. So we reshuffle here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna say this doesn't go anywhere. Then I also kind of want to remove this from my deck. Obviously you do, you made Flag Bearer. What? What is that supposed to mean? What, I like getting things at the bottom of my deck? Is that what you're saying? What, just because, like, I'm a bottom or something? Come on, what's your problem? Talking shit. Okay, we got artillery them, right? Bonk. And we need more, like, actual factual collect cards. Bonk. Bonk. We don't reshuffle, so we can wait on this. Correct. This is kind of cool. We can put this siege mode. Put the siege mode back in our deck. And then this one, and then this one. And then we don't draw our deck now anymore. Oh, it's a little unfortunate that we have to actually play these cards before playing Ordinary. Oh, you can also Ordinary statuses and stuff. Oh, It's cool. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of drafting. Not that we needed to, but it's a cool card. Oh, second ordinary? Choose a card from your draw pile and give it buried. Place it into your discard pile. Draw 2 cards. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so I really get the vibe that buried is like not quite exhaust, you know what I mean? It's like just slightly not exhaust. Like I think we do that so that we can bin time on target. Man, this mod rules. I haven't caught myself just thinking, this is a cool effect with their kit, as much with any other character on Design the Spire. I agree that there have been large amount of cool ideas, and like, this is the thing that I keep referring to whenever I say, like, this is design intent, where it's like, what do I want Collect to do? It's like, well, I kind of want it to interact with this other system where, like, you kind of put cards away, and then, like, you kind of draw them later, and then, like, we're gonna make them not reshuffle, because you want to, like, set stuff up for later, and, like, collect stuff later. And then, like, your starter deck primes you on doing that, because it shows you a card that you want to draw later, and then you want to play that card immediately and then pick it up later. The starter deck tutorializes you on what you're going to be doing for the rest of forever, and then all of the other cards, like, kind of synergize with the idea of putting them there and then getting them later. So it's like, that's what design intent is, and I think they executed very well on it. Oh wait, we have that. Gain 2 intangible. This relic stacks are reduced by 1 during this combat. I mean, this just seems like rather strong. Discussing the balance of this ended up being relatively long, but in summary, gold is a contested resource in Slay the Spire. The base systems of gold distribution are likely balanced in relation to the anticipated amount of times a player will be at a shop, or the expected amount where the devs want shops to be useful. By creating a secondary system which relies on gold, there's a tension that is created against the base systems. Do you buy a goods, or do you remove a card? It's not the most fair to the player because an additional gold-consuming system was introduced via the character, but no way to compensate for the added costs. It would also be difficult to add effects which increase gold acquisition, because then players could simply not interact with the goods system and snowball regular shop buys. There was also some concern around spend 600 gold to build the intangible goods effect. This is somewhat mitigated by random chance because the goods are randomized when you go to the shop. However, as stated above, 600 gold is a lot of tension to add to the pre-existing gold system. I feel like the good system is cool and makes for unique toolbox gameplay, but I felt like the stress on the gold balance seemed out of line. Let us attempt. Get organized. There's our 2 siege modes. We pick them up again. I suppose that does it, right? Wow! Artillery combo. Huh? Choose a card in your discard. Take all cards with the same name as that card from your discard pile. Yo! That's kind of cool. I don't know what the non-upgraded is, but that's kind of cool. You just pick up all of your siege modes and go. So I'm gonna do this one. I really want to draft more siege modes, and then pick up all of my siege modes. What's going on? I mean, we're just playing through the thing. Deal 14 damage. If fatal, it evolves after the combat by choosing one of 3 random upgrades. This is bizarre. I suppose it delivers on the, like, single card that you want to collect, and also it's, like, it's the Great Peroro-sama, you know? So, like, that's important. So I suppose it's fine. What the f is this? Upon pickup, choose a card. Start each card with a copy of the selected card in your discard pile. God damn it. It copies a card and makes it grave. I think we actually buy that so that we can bin this card. That's kind of cool. Oh, wait. We can do this. What the f is this? Tarot Roadzilla. When using, summons an ally who deals 15 damage to all enemies at the end of your turn. What the f? It's so cursed. It's so good, but it's so cursed. That's so funny. Oh my god. Is this where I just say, this mod was cute and funny out of 10? We nailed it. Good job, everybody. We all did our job. Everyone go home. Congratulations. Like... We're just gonna ordinary this one. Maybe this one and this. Oh hey, we can do this thing! Pick up all of my siege modes. Siege mode artillery, blast them. 3D printer. Choose a card from your discard pile. Add one copy of that card into your discard pile, draw a card. We are absolutely going to siege mode, combo, wombo, combo. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Wait. Oh. I just didn't even think about it. Just print more money. I guess we can just retrace this one and then get intangible. Wow. It just works. Nice. Summon the guy. Oh, we did that super out of order, didn't we? It's fine. Wait, can I summon another one? The stack increases by 1. Oh, we can. So if we're gonna be getting intangible, and then we're gonna 3D print this thing. Then we're gonna bin this thing. We're gonna end up reshuffling, so it's time to pop the ordinary. It's 5, 6, just those 6. The strike, 7. Looks good to me. Oh, we could have airtight storaged, I guess. I want to reshuffle those. "3D print more of these." Right, I keep forgetting that I have the collect payoff thing. A 3-mana card that hits more times based on the amount of friend cards you have would have been sick here. Yeah, because we have like 7 billion of the thing just chilling in our yard. It's like I want to lethal the thing with the Pararo. There we go. Actually, does that count? Does that not count because it was only one of them? Hmm. Can I sell the thing now? Also, I keep looking at the cards and seeing the golden border and being like, ah, these are all rares. And they are not rares. I keep thinking they're all rares. They're not rares. What is the friend card we got? Ah, hey, we got the thing! It's literally the thing we were talking about. I do legitimately feel like we are kind of light on block. So, that's unfortunate. Let's bin this one. This one. Shuffle this one. I want my intangible. I guess this is 10 block. This is already 10 block. And wait. So what are we doing here? Still trying to draw the 3D printer. Print. And then let's leave a bunch of garbage in our yard. Ah. Intangible! I guess we could do this. Does this work? This shouldn't work, right? But it did for the other thing. Oh my god, it doubled everything. So if we leave pen nib on 9, the stack of random Pararo goods you own increases by 1. I don't know if we care about 5 max HP, unfortunately, but I don't know what this does, and I don't want to risk it right now. Okie dokie. Well, that's good. There it is. I mean, we can just get the 2 intangible. I think that's what I want to be doing. Just want to not die. Oh, I'm such a goober. It's the frickin'... It's bullets first. What am I doing? Luckily, I don't die, but... These ones, the burn, and the strike, Defend. Probably this one as well. I think that's it. Guys, I think we're not doing enough damage. It might just be me, but I think we're not exactly doing the most amount of damage here. I'm a little concerned. Wait, why is this at 1? Didn't I already use it? Did it randomly go up because of this thing? Is Peroro-sama saving the day? The absolute god? All hail Peroro-sama? Is this what this is? Is this what's happening? Am I understanding this correctly? Oh my god. Oh my god. We were saved by the almighty Peroro-sama. Oh my god. That's so funny, dude. That's actually so funny. Damage 12 times. 2 intangible isn't an auto win. 4, however. Plus the incense burner? Damn. Oh no, wait, I used motorcycle cover so I can't do it with this. No! No, let me do it. Let me do it. No. Alright. Well, that was incredible. I think that's gotta be one of the most mods I've ever played of all time. Wow. Oh, Whack. We've got Whack. Oh, she's flying on the Peroro-sama, and that's the void. What is happening? I wish I knew what that meant, but we sure did it. Let's go! Let's go! Look at all of the Peroro-samas! Let's go! Look at them! Look at all of them! Look, they're all falling! Whoa! Incredible. Actually, incredible mod out of 10. Okay. Closing thoughts. So, the first thing that I wanted to point out, and more mods need to do this, in my opinion, the 2 base deck cards completely explained what you are going to be doing with the character. This is immensely important. Like, this mod was like, you are going to use this card. It's really good. Use it again. Like, you figure out what collect does, and you're like, wow. This is just everything I want to be doing all the time. We are going to praise the great and almighty Peroro-sama. Oh, there was a really good observation at the start that, literally the point that this gives you gold after the fact, like after the first combat, is so that you can dodge Niao, draining your gold. The reason, by the way, that this gives 75 gold is because of the secondary, the extra system with the goods. Because you can pay 75 to gamble for, like, a common. Super big fan of how Collect played. As I was saying, Artillery is a really cool way that, like, Collect circumvents the problem. Drawing cards inherently puts strain on your energy. This allows you to draw Artillery cards, which then you're not really concerned about the energy stuff. This was a really cool way to interact with, like, what card is up next on Collect. There were a few ways to do that. For example, cards that have Buried So like they don't reshuffle, they'll just stay there. It means that your collect on reshuffle is going to pick up this. There were definitely some cards that, like we looked at some cards that felt a bit off. Like, I don't know how this card works. Or how we can get this card to work. I don't know if there was a thing I was missing, but it did not seem like it was easy to like weaken or vulnerable. I kind of question the balance of the goods in general. Oh, the upgrade on this starter card was also really cool because like this is inherently a toolbox card, so giving it retain is a very interesting upgrade. Double skill in the starter deck means your knob matchup is really hard, which is probably why this card exists. But like, you know, I don't really know what to do with that. Yeah, artillery as a mechanic was really cool. It's kind of weird that like there's like the opportunity cost of like adding more artilleries to your deck, and then your draw doesn't draw from deck, which means you can potentially run into like drawing a bunch of artillery, not wanting to play any of it, and then like kind of being stuck. I'm willing to admit that that's probably just supposed to be the opportunity cost of this thing, but as Poi was mentioning earlier, it's kind of feels bad. It almost feels like they should auto-bury themselves or something, but like it can't bury itself because then it interacts with the collect stuff. So like maybe you want it to exhaust after it's played, but then it doesn't synergize with picking the stuff up again. Maybe it has exhaustive, so like you can use it once, so it synergizes with collecting once for every reshuffle, but then like it doesn't stay there. So like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of charm. And I think that comes from the fact that this character in universe is just a dumb goober who really likes Pororo-sama. Forfeit all your material possessions to Pororo-sama. Oh yeah, there was also this card was like, this was a weird card of like, oh, I don't know if this is playable, like it seems kind of gimmicky, but I think all of the stuff is in place for this to work. Yeah, I think there's a lot of cool things. There's also a lot of weird like this, where you kind of go like, making this card your one card that you want to buy back with collect makes a lot of sense, but it's just such a weird card. Like, why do I need to fatal things? Why am I upgrading it 5 times? It's just weird. It's also hard to tell what it's gonna upgrade into, which is maybe okay. You don't need to know what it upgrades into, you just do it, and then you kind of figure it out as you play the character. Like, that's probably fine. You know? It's just such a weird card. The reason why I find this card weird is that it's like a meta-scaling card that has Fatal on it at uncommon. You know what I mean? That just feels weird. I almost want this to be the rare Fatal card, because this one, the Pororo lesson card, was just like this card's weird. I guess that's one of the things where I go like, this is probably maybe not how I would have done it. Like, I would see this card as like a rare, like the rare Fatal, and maybe you make it do more damage or something, but like, it's not bad, I don't think. It's just weird. This card was very interesting because it's like the exhaust equivalent. Like, it's that uncommon card that lets you exhaust 3/5 cards, but this is 5/8. And also it doesn't exhaust them, it buries them, which means you can still reshuffle them with some of the reshuffler cards. Like, there's a lot of like tiny things that are like, oh wow, that's really interesting that you can that you can do something cool with that. That's like slightly different enough from exhaust. Yeah, I guess that's maybe like a good thing to leave it on, which is that like cool, interesting little changes in how things interact. Like, collect is, if you really want to boil it down, and like this is why you can't boil down mechanics, is that if you want to boil down collect, in a spreadsheet, what collect looks like is +1 draw card. Like, that's how you input collect into a spreadsheet, is you just say it's draw card. But the thing is, it's not draw card, right? Like, so it's little tiny things like that that create gameplay, which is f***ing awesome. But yeah, this mod rocks. This mod was awesome. Alright, so that's going to be it this time for Design the Spire. I'm going to go lie down. Okay, goodbye everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.